The lab test is inaccurate for the following reason. Do you get anxious when somebody's coming at you with a needle? You must stabilize your blood sugar if you ever want your adrenals to get better. It does not cause suppression of your hormones. Curing all kinds of illnesses using hydrocortisone. The best way to test your adrenals is...
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Kidney Coach YouTube channel. I am blessed to be joined again today by Dr. Morgan Camp. Dr. Morgan Camp is an integrative practitioner, has been practicing for well more than 20 years. He's an absolute gift to the world in his ability to help support people through really complex conditions and diseases. So I think I might just hand it over to you, Dr. Camp, and we'll get into it. Labs, what are you looking at there? Because are bloods accurate? Or what's your because that's my understanding too. So
let me clarify that. The lab may or may not be accurate. Some are accurate. The lab test is inaccurate for the following reason. One, do you get anxious when somebody's coming at you with a needle? Yes. Well, what did that do if you're anxious? It raised your cortisol. It just put it in the normal range. So you would have been low if they checked it. Then you just got anxious. You released cortisol and adrenaline because she's coming at you with a needle. You just got yourself up into a normal range. So when they do the draw, the doctor's going to say it looks normal. So I don't do that test on people. I mean, that's a good screening test. If it's high, it tells us something. If it's normal or low, if it's normal, it tells us nothing. If it's low, it tells us something. But normal means nothing. The best way to test your adrenals is adrenal stress index using a salivary cortisol test, where you're doing at least 4 different tests over the course of a day. The convenience of your own home under a normal stressful circumstance. Please don't do that test like when you go to the one day of the year you go to the local monastery, meditate all day. No, you want to see what it looks like under normal conditions, right? Because you're trying to figure out what it normally looks like. That answer your question, Fiona?
Yeah, it does. Thank you. So it's definitely the saliva spit test, which is what we would use in clinic as well. So, and again, how many GPs and doctors are using those tests?
More and more. I think more and more are now.
Okay.
Surprisingly, people are getting the message around this. They're realizing that a lot of people, there are a lot of people walking around with real Addison's disease that aren't being treated. And Addison's is means you've got 10% of normal cortisol production. So you're really struggling at that point. So again, treatment options, as far as pure treatments go, there's several classes. One is herbal treatments, and that's everything from ashwagandha, ginseng, rhodiola, eleutherococcus, or any of the, there's 500 more. And there's 500 different formulas, and some will work for a period of time and then they won't. There's also animal glandular extracts for adrenals. Those are very good. You can also get these adrenal oral bioregulators, the Russian oral bioregulators. Those are very good. You must stabilize your blood sugar if you ever want your adrenals to get better. So you can there's many formulas for that. There is also the option that no one talks about and no one wants to talk about, but often works really well, is oral hydrocortisone. So you can actually take just a supplement to make the difference of between the amount you make of cortisone and the amount you should make. So, an average, average person, you should be making this much cortisone. If you have low production, you're only making this. So you just you get a doctor to give you just that much to fill in the blank. Yeah. And if they give you just that much to fill in the blank, it does not cause suppression of your hormones. Another myth. Sure, it might knock it down a little percentage, but it's not going to kill your adrenals. If you stop it, they're going to go back to the same number, not going to be negatively impacted. I've had many patients I've treated for over a decade with hydrocortisone with good results. There's a very good book on this subject called The Safe Uses of Cortisol. And this guy was a pharmaceutical researcher, and I believe he published in the 50s or 60s. This guy was curing all kinds of illnesses using hydrocortisone. And then after that, they came out with prednisone They stopped using hydrocortisone, and then all the bad press about of cortisone came out. And now everybody associates cortisone or cortisol with prednisone.
They do, yeah.
Here, I'm not talking about using prednisone here. I don't use prednisone almost under any circumstance. It's a very dangerous drug it's way overprescribed. If instead of using prednisone, doctors prescribed hydrocortisone, they would get much better results and the side effects would go away almost completely.
Yeah, so again, thank you for your time and sharing your wisdom. It's always amazing and greatly appreciated, and just how you can put complex things together and bring it back, and really looking at treating someone as a whole, and looking at all of this and putting this all together, moving pieces with the human body is really amazing. So thank you. If you want to get notified anytime we put up new videos, Dr. Camp and I are going to do definitely some more. Make sure you hit subscribe. If you want to know more about what we do, head to www.kidneycoach.com. You can also find us on Facebook/Kidney Coach. Thank you for being part of our community. We hope you found this useful, and we hope now that a lot of you will go out and get your hormones tested every year. We highly recommend it. Until next time, thanks again. Thank you, Dr. Camp. Bye.